It was just another lazy night out in the village, watching the Boing Boings commune throughout it with childlike glee. A chap by the name Doba Doba caught my eye. Seems in real tizzy compared to his jolly peers. He was looking for some sort of successor to the lucrative Pollen Orb production that Nopon here staked their livelihood on. Little did I know, this fateful encounter would open a can of worms the size of Riki after an all-you-can-eat Alcamoth buffet.
I wanted to decide on my own, but they're like little pwn to me. Friends are neutral outsiders. Friends can choose fairly. Oh, if Doba Doba need heat upon Riki, then Riki do good job. Leave it to Riki. No one better judge of character than Riki. When you say it like that, Riki, I feel I am wrong to ask you.
The money seemed good. The task, pretty straightforward.
Sorry to ask so much of you. First, talk to enthusiastic Kidada and tell me your thoughts.
No problem. Leave it to me.
Hiropan show you what he can do.
Kidada was an eager worker, maybe a little too dedicated to his craft, but earnest all the same. We were used to our share of Hiropan earnestness, after all, so nothing out of the ordinary here. Yet, as I watched Doba Doba march on to inspect more of the pollen works, I couldn't help but shake the feeling the village wouldn't know this kind of peace for a long, long time. Shrugging it off, it was time to pay Kidada a visit.
What would I do if I was boss? Oh, I would produce pollen orbs of even higher quality. Ones that would shine brighter using fewer materials. Ones that would be more energy efficient.
Understood.
I only one who know how to make effective use of pollen. Oh, if things keep going this way, then I could put my plan into...
Almost sounded like he murmured something under his breath, but it had to have been my imagination. If there's one thing I admired about Kidada, it was that sort of dedication to the pollen works. The Nopon were renowned, even revered, for the quality of them good seed spheres. He'd been at the helm since their big breakthrough, the pioneer of the pollen, as the village dubbed him. Now, Cherry, on the other hand, smart girl. Clumsy though, and clearly not Doba Doba's biggest fan. Then again, it was.
More details later. But now I need friends to go talk to Cherry. Let me warn you that she can be somewhat irritating. You'd think her mom died or something. Friends think I should be boss? No way. If I boss, I'm gonna find out why pollen causing sniffles. That's my one and only ambition.
Understood.
Why a candidate to be boss? I'm very clumsy. I always get scolded when I make mistakes.
The girl has promise. Where Kidada shows earnestness and innovation, she has a passion to head bash mankind's greatest enemy, the Sniffles. It was a tough call, both clearly suited for this role, both prepared to fight the good fight and pave the way toward a better Naparo. See, I tried combining the word tomorrow with Nopon and you know what, never mind. Point is, Cherry's dedication to our Lord and Savior Claritin was too tempting an offer to pass up. Clumsiness aside.
But she is very eager to learn. I will go and tell her right away. I really am so surprised you chose Cherry. Anyway, I know she will do her best. I know Kidada will do everything he can to assist her. Thank you for making choice for village and for Nopon.
I'm glad everything worked out.
Yes, a job well done. I will continue to observe her from afar. I hope you can watch over her too. Hey, friends, have you seen Kidada around?
I'm all ears.
I become all ears. What that mean? I hear he often venture out into Machna. He'd go out so often that his absence affect his work. Maybe he's secretly doing bad things. Can friends go out into Machna and find him?
But Machna's where you get your pollen orb materials from. There's nothing strange about him going out there to get them, right?
True, I guess, but he never used to go away for so long.
Maybe he's been eaten by a Machna monster.
Oh, a terrible thing to say. Kidada too clever to get eaten by monsters.
Maybe she was onto something. I mean, Kidada was really pining to succeed Doba Doba. Did we drive him to do something terrible?
Get information from Kidada's Nopon friends. When I have time, I'll go and ask.
No sweat. We'll be done before you know.
Hiropan show you what he can do.
That's right. Our infinity chart. Cherry pointed towards the corner to a little spot that held the face of a familiar friend. If anyone could find Kidada, Bana had to be the one.
Where can Kidada be found? I have seen him go to Clear Waterfall. Friends can crosswalkway from village to get there. Down near Dead End. Friends not understand? On Friends map, it is top left of Waterfall and Sticky Out Pit. But why do friends bother to go all the way there?
Kidada is probably just collecting pollen for his job. Bana's tone was calm, but his eyes betrayed him. Something happened with Kidada, something Bana didn't trust telling us.
Hey, Lou. Kidada is just like me. He think about the village too. He take an interest despite his youth.
But despite pressing him, he just wouldn't say anymore. At the very least, we had our lead. It was time to pay a visit to Clear Waterfall. Thanks to Bana's directions, we made it just in time despite the downpour. An Imperial airship droned on against the serene forest soundscape, and of course, a familiar pollen worker was there chatting with the forest's invader.
Thank you for business, friends. Use Pollen Orb to help everyone. Kidada, stop! Why Cherry stop Kidada? Cherry make bird people run away. What to do now? Kidada and bird people work together for Napon.
Oh?
Did Kidada give red pollen orbs to bird people? Yes. I hear Napon Imperial Capital catch strange disease. Need red pollen orb to cure. Strange disease? Cherry never heard. Cherry not believe red pollen orbs can cure disease. Cherry studied them for a long time. No ingredients that cure diseases. Really? Oh, Kidada make mistake. And red pollen orbs very rare. They not easy to make. Should not give to outsiders. Someone tricked Kidada. Oh, Kidada's so shocked. Kidada, relax. Kidada get confused and start dancing. It's the third time this week. Everyone, Cherry and Kidada go back to village. Come get reward later.
Dried off, we were all still reeling from what Kidada had said. Why would the High Entity of all people be tricking the Napon into giving them red pollen orbs?
Glad that Kidada is back, but I worry because he looks so down. Red pollen orbs hold great power and shouldn't be misused. I hope his dealing not going on too long. That horrible thought. Anyway, very grateful to friends for friends' help.
The gems were nice, but we still had so many questions. How long had the Napon been supplying Alcamoth with red pollen orbs? How long's it been since Ryan took a bath? I was terrified to learn either answer.
I lately go beyond my means to make red pollen orbs. Fact is, I heavily in debt. Wah! This is crisis, yes?
Yeah, sounds bad all right.
It was Bana who asked me to give red pollen orb to bird people. I feel so bad. Go question him about what his intentions were. Kidada get into debt? Oh, Kidada want to be Hiropon? Unlike Hiropon Riki, I, brainy intellectual, would hate being Hiropon. However, want Hiropon to do something to help me. Leave it to Hiropon me. Riki will solve problem of Kidada. This means terrible things for all Napon. Need your help to solve problem. Easy peasy. Hiropon take care of it.
That's right. Leave it up.
Oh, now that smelly rind out of way, Hiropon show how real sleuthing done.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come closer. Watch as Hiropon solve case easy peasy. Hiropon do big sploosh crash into pool, and that's when it hits. Little Pon Bana may know many thing. You here to ask about what happened the other day? I was surprised too. An order came from Napon merchants. Give red pollen orbs to bad people. Napon merchants? I do not know which merchant issued order. A letter arrived. I thought big trouble. Despite all the help I gave, I was being tricked. Bana received letter from Napon merchants? Oh, that first I hear of it. Napon merchants should all be very trustworthy. I have done business with them, so I know them well. They not kind of Napon to tell lies. Napon merchants scattered all over Bionis. Merchants may have information about this matter. Have friends heard anything? Hero Pun tried to remember time Merchant Pun seems sleazy. Nope. Lapun, very good. Very handsome.
Wait, Riki, you never were with us when we traveled through Satoral. We might have, accidentally revived their whole operation.
What?
Brought to you by Pollen Orbs. Bold, brazen, bodacious, brimming with boing boing. Pollen Orbs, they're a chewy. Oh, Jesus, it's everywhere.
Do friends have letter from Napon merchants? Cannot read it because it's written in Napon. Friends should have got Hiropon to read it. Give it to me. Letter written in slightly difficult Napon. I will decipher. Please wait just a little moment.
Ugh, Hiropon will hate waiting almost as much as having rumbly tumbly. Still, we let Kidada do big brain bam and come back in morning.
Finished at last.
Tell Hiropon, Riki, tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a bit of clarification either.
Deciphering was hard work, so friends had better listen good.
Kidada, you amazing. Oh, Kidada did well to read scrap piece of paper.
It not scrap piece of paper written in ancient Napon dialect. All Napon should have ability to read a little, though. Hiropon forget what he learned at school.
Riki's favorite subject, sleeping. Riki get A+.
Do friends know Chief Dunga's advisor, Dedaba? Letter says Dedaba misusing Red Pollen Orbs. We must get that Dedaba and turn him over to Chief Dunga.
Riki cannot believe this. Dedaba was bridesmaid at Hiropon and Oka's wedding. I'm going to barf from this stab at heart.
Dedaba lived next to Pollen Orb Storehouse. He always would come to watch Storehouse. I thought it meant he cared.
Oh, such treachery. So terrible. Easy peasy. Hiropon, take care of it.
That's right. We're counting on you, brave Hiropon.
Yeah, just leave everything to Hiropon. Now come, friends, we go to grab that there Dedaba at once. Go, go, go! Oh, Ryan, stop stepping on evidence. Dedaba not here. Where'd Dedaba go? Let's go tell Kidada.
So, Dedaba not at home? Oh, that remind me. Always packages arrive at House of Dedaba from Napon and Satoral. He must be one responsible for this crime. We must take this secret evidence and question Napon and Satoral.
It looked like we come just in time. Zazadan tried pack up things and skedat, but Hiropon have him cornered now. Oh, why you want to talk to Zazadan? Zazadan very busy. Go away. Huh? You want to show something to Zazadan? Top secret data? Why do you have that? Oh, it's so scary when you no speak. Your face look very angry and Zazadan no can run away. Oh, Hiropon silent because not actually sure what to say.
All right, time for a little good cop, bad cop. Riki, when I give you the word, you give him the old rough boy treatment.
That's Red Pollen Orb. Oh, Zazadan no can say.
So these red pollen, whatevers you lot have been going on about, what are they? A friend of ours, ate one. Nothing really happened. Is some kind of dessert?
It is food, but not good for you. It's very bad.
All right, Furball, you go.
Oh, why scum like Zazadan make pollen go boom then? If it's explosive, this cave go kaboom. That no happen.
So clearly the pollen orbs on their own aren't enough. You've been tampering with them somehow, and you aren't leaving this cave till you've told us how it's done.
Oh, it looked like you know all about it. Zazadan will confess. A process that pollen orb it become very addictive. Remember, you make high more caviar for Zazadan? It's that.
So, like, pollen plus shining water equals fish eggs? Normally I'd ask questions, but we're living in the same world where Gramps here actually got laid, so anything's possible.
Even Riki know that, not right?
If Zazadan say any more, Chairman will... okay, Zazadan talk. Stop staring at Zazadan. What now? Where does Zazadan take high more caviar?
Zazadan no can say, please no ask.
All right, Riki, we got him cornered now. Lay into him.
Hiropan and friends killed you with no say.
Riki!
Oops, me.
Riki get really fired up.
Okay, kill Zazadan, you cowards. If you do, you never hear answer.
Riki, you're officially off bad cop duty.
Aye, nosemouth.
So, look, Zazadan, we don't blame you for Dedaba forcing your hand. So, why don't you just tell us where he had you shipping those orbs?
Really? Okay. Zazadan say.
Okay.
Zazadan secret Nappan society sell it to bad people. It's easy way to make a lot of money. Zazadan hear rumor that some bad people have secret club. They hold party every night and eat it there. That's really all Zazadan know. Stop! No ask any more question.
This was it. He was really fumbling around now. We were just one question away from pinning down Dedaba.
That's really all Zazadan know. Why you no believe Zazadan? Zazadan said all he can say.
We could see him growing more agitated, but we had to press on and on and on.
Zazadan not hiding anything. Really, Zazadan no know any more.
If Zazadan say any more, Chairman will kill him. Zazadan really can no say more. Go now. Zazadan give you this, so please forgive him.
Zazadan's anxious shuffling had been a ruse to get in line with his pollen orbs, the only source of light in the cave. Before we could blink, he extinguished them all, slipping out into the marsh before anyone had time to realize what happened. But once our eyes adjusted, we spotted a curious little note left where Zazadan had been interrogated moments before. More ancient Nappan script. It was time to see Kidada again.
Did friends get information? Not another tattered memo. Please wait while I decipher.
Turns out Zazadan hadn't even encoded the message. He's just got, noodles for hands.
Okay, finish deciphering. Tell me in greater detail. It seems a trade will happen soon in Bad People City. I spoke to Bana just now. He says Dedaba will run away in fright. If we scour village, I sure we will find evidence. I cannot believe such devious goings-on are afoot in Alcamoth. Do not lose heart. We don't yet know how things turn out or who to blame. Yes, you are right. What has already happened cannot be changed. We should make sure that nothing else bad happens.
He was right. We couldn't just barge in without proving Dedaba's involvement 100%.
At last we getting close. I sure there piece of evidence here in village. Go find it. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. Two of Bionis' bravest and boldest woman at your service. Fiora is certainly high-spirited today. It appears I shall have to double my efforts. Thankfully, Dedaba was most sloppy on his departure to my fair city. Almost like a guided tour, all we had to do was revisit the areas Dedaba recited over to uncover his notes involving the pollen trade. All the while, my mind wouldn't stop spinning. How long had this been going on? Had Father and the rest known about these cretins and just turned a blind eye? I mean, it's not like they had been tight-lipped about it. In a matter of days, we managed to uncover the entire operation. And that's even with Riki on our team, too.
What's Melly mean by that?
Nothing. And Riki, this is supposed to be an inner monologue. What are you doing here?
Hiropan see Melly with big frown, so decide to invade Inner-Saki and cheer up. Melly thank Riki now.
Well, either way, I can't believe I've been blind to the suffering of my people like this. If I intend to take my position as Emperor seriously, I must learn to use this experience and remain perceptive of my people.
Very good, Melia. Your father would be proud to see the leader you become.
Dumban, not you too! With evidence in our hands, we catch our crook in the act. I hope I was of some help. Smell of danger is in air. When friends are ready, please call on me.
It was a little nerve-wracking leading an undercover takedown like this. Still, the more we dallied, the slimmer our chances of catching Dedaba became.
Friends ready? Time to catch our crook in the act. I assume from their expression that this matter bothers them. We all have problems sometimes. Won't you tell us what's wrong? Friends must take care of it. If you hadn't been here, he would still be fooling me. Just leave it to us. I'll go in there and show that crook who's boss. Remember, friends, he who does not hesitate is lost.
Isn't it he who hesitates is lost?
You exactly the same as Hiropan. Always jump in without thinking. I mean, seriously, you think I going to listen to the guy whose catchphrase can't even spell rainbow correctly? Trade will take place in Alcamoth, but not even I know exactly where. It is up to friends to find out.
Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. That's right, leave it to us. Before we knew it, it was showtime. To Alcamoth. To be home again. If we question everyone on who's seen traces of a sketchy Noppon, Dedabel will be found in no time. We Hyentia are highly revered for our keen perception after all.
My wings are longer than Lady Melia's, but shorter than pure Hyentia. I think my grandma was Homs. Maybe she's related to you.
All the wrinkles on the Emperor's face showed his age and wisdom. I wish he was here with us to get more and more wrinkles. Yeah, it would be nice to see Lady Melia get wrinkly too, but she's still young, isn't she? I'm sure there's a perfect complexion under that mask. That's what I think anyway. Never actually seen her.
Do not mock me.
None of us commoners have ever seen Lady Melia's face. Hey, I wonder what kind of face she has. Have you people ever seen Lady Melia's real face? Oh, I see, you came here with her. I guess you must have done then. Wait, you really have? Wait, dickhead, I don't believe you, you're a bit of a wanker, ain't it? I don't believe you, you really have? Oh, I'm so envious for her, mate, smash.
I can't stop thinking about it. What? Why Lady Melia's face? I have not seen her face a single time since she was born. You're traveling with her, right? Aren't you interested in knowing?
It really is a marvel Alcamoth hasn't collapsed on itself, honestly. It was dead end after dead end, relentlessly questioning the locals but finding no traction to spring off of. We decided to take a break and come back at nightfall, but lo and behold, what looked like a bouncer appeared to be guarding one of Alcamoth's vacant bus stops. We have been expelled. Looks like I can't go in. But of course, Alcamoth's ferries cut their routes off to the city's outermost stops ages ago to cut back on the ether cylinder costs. There'd be no reason to venture this far out to the city at this time. Unless you needed someplace intentionally secluded. Could go inside. Better look for someone with one. Nothing lend to you, though. Sure enough, the bouncer stopped us in our tracks. It appeared we stumbled on some sort of nightclub, but all the way out here, this alone wouldn't be enough. It was fine for a nightclub to require a membership card. Something else seemed off. As much as I was secluded from the rest of the city, I never heard of this so-called establishment. Would we find them in our royal records? Not a single mention of this club. This has to be it. A place perfect for distributing the Highmar caviar, without license from the government and with little fear of being discovered outside those in the know. We were told to get a member's card from someone already in the club, but who could possibly fit the bill of being involved in an illegal drug ring? Only one Noppon really came to mind.
Membership card for Secret Club? Nilo got one. Nilo's second most prized thing, so Nilo not give to friends. Their drinks and snacks are so tasty. Yum, yum. What? Nilo's running low on favorite vintage? Oh, this vintage more important than silly members card. Nilo have ingredients for drink, just need cool dad to make it. Need Rufus control units from Arluga Rufus and High Entiatum. Get some and Nilo gets you as many member cards as you want. So just go into the sacred High Entiatum that literally only one person per royal generation can actually enter. It's cool.
It all felt off. Nilo was adamant this was to create his vintage brew, but what purpose did he have with the control units from this tomb? I mean, until we went to save Melia just a few months back, no one had any idea experiments on the Arlugas were even being conducted. We still hadn't even found the original perpetrators behind the controlled Arlugas or the captive Telethia. It's not like we have much of a choice, though. Nilo's our ticket into the club. Once this is all over, we'll just have to have Callian keep an eye on Nilo's activity. It's possible he's involved with something even more nefarious than this Pollen Orb scandal. Or maybe he really is just this extreme about his booze. The latter's definitely admirable. Admirable. Okay. It wasn't long before we found the remaining control units Neela requested. As we left, Melia had just one lingering worry. That's odd. I thought for sure we had sealed the tomb back up after Shulk and everyone came to fend off Tyrea. Why was it opened up again? How had it been opened up again?
Ah, friends brought them. Neela just finished last reserves. Neela can now make vintage again. Do not look at Neela like that. Neela knows moderation now. Here's a membership card. Neela have this vintage, so Neela not need card for the moment. Oh, this is Neela's last drink. Have fun at Secret Club. Have funsies.
Regardless of the potential mess we happened with Neela, one thing was clear. Dedaba was as good as ours. This is a secret club card. My most humble apologies. Please, write this way. And there he was, standing up to the corner very clearly in the middle of a transaction with the aforementioned Highmore Caviar. My mind raced as I made my way to the Kingpin. Everything had led up to this moment.
Who are you? How you find me here? Oh, Zazadan, he got such a big mouth. No, wait, please. Dedaba is not a bad Napon. You don't have any proof. What? Why have you got Dedaba's journal? No, I thought I got rid of all the evidence.
I'm placing you under arrest for the illegal production and sale of Highmore Caviar.
Taking me to the Imperial Guard. You're just cowards.
We have received a report from Frontier Village. Don't try talking your way out of this. You're coming with me.
No, Dedaba's fortune. This can't be happening. This must be a nightmare. Okay. Dedaba was framed. Dedaba's the Kingpin.
I told you to shut your mouth. This way.
No, please, stop.
Let's tell Kidada. Or at least that's what we thought we'd be doing. We thought we'd come back to a fanfare for catching Dedaba in the act, but instead, a gloom hung over the village heavier than an M69.
What happened to all the pollen orbs Kidada made? I hope the bird people didn't go off with them. I used to respect the bird people, but now realize they just greedy creatures. Me ashamed to be not one. Oh, Bana and Kidada spend much time making red pollen orbs. Now this happens, such big pity. Me ashamed to be Nopon. Just as I thought, other races look down on Nopon. Recent events confirm this.
Thank you, friends. I heard the news that Dedaba was caught. I hope I was of some help. Don't fret, you're doing a great job. You have my word. This pleasant feeling rising within me, could it be friendship? I arranged for Dedaba to take on all of my debts. That will be one problem solved. At the very least, Kidada's name was cleared and Dedaba received a debt worthy of next year's Hero Pon. Alcamoth's people would no longer be subjugated to the worrying effects of Highmore Caviar. The case was as good as closed. Cherry moved on to lead the Pollen Orb production team with grace. I mean, like, at least in spirit. Still a total klutz, though. Kidada, being relieved of his life of debt, was able to move on and help Cherry with reinvigorating the production team's output. Dubba, having found a few very capable successors, enjoyed a quiet retirement of standing in the exact same position he was in before all this, because Zazadan, for all intents and purposes, vanished off the face of Bionis. No one's heard word from him since he escaped during our interrogation. Some say he went off to the Mechonis, starting a new life among the living weapons. Others say he made haste to the Bionis shoulder, a long-abandoned Homs colony turned Mechon settlement near Aerith Sea. Others still say that you should make sure to finish any trades with him and Dedaba before taking on this series of quests because they'll be gone from the game for good. And Bana? Well, something changed in Bana.
Red pollen orbs? Dedaba? I do not want to talk about that. I want to talk about future, not about past. I am wondering how to bring about my vision of future. What? Friends want to help me? I do not want your help. Nopon problems should be solved by Nopon.
So just like that, the case of the Red Pollen Orbs came to an end. We couldn't help but feel overjoyed in helping protect both Alcamoth and Frontier Village alike. And the AP up 3 gem doesn't make things worse either. But in the backs of all our minds, we couldn't help but shake the feeling that things hadn't reached their true end. What was that bit Dedaba was going on about with the true Kingpin? Where had Zazadan run off to? What caused Bana to close off to us so suddenly?
Why narrator sound so glum? You don't have to edit this monstrosity anymore. This will be big yay happy time. Yeah! In video already. Ah!